It's about 25 years ago, I had a hernia operation.
What we're hoping from this this video is that Sean's story can implant that, what you might call, light bulb moment in other people who are in a similar situation with bad pain on high doses of opioids, who haven't considered that there could be another way to manage their pain and to lead their lives. And through seeing the inspiration of Sean, we're really hoping that this can be that moment that will get them to make a change for the better.
Every day I was taking more and more painkillers. I'd wake up first thing in the morning and take 3 or sometimes even 4 cocodamol in quick succession because it just didn't make the pain go away. But the side effects of doing that and taking more and more during the day, I was suffering terribly with constipation, drowsiness. I thought I was all right, but my partner said, you know, I really wasn't very well. And that went on for so many years. I just wasn't able to go anywhere, do anything. Social life broke down to non-existent. Didn't see many people. It was very depressing, very depressing. After the cocodamol stopped working and it was causing me an awful lot of problems, I was put onto tramadol and then eventually onto morphine, and that came to a head at 160 milligrams a day on top of the 1800 milligrams of gabapentin, and I was also on duloxetine and nortriptyline all on the same day. What actually changed for me was that I realised that I wasn't functioning properly. I couldn't do anything. I'd go to the shops with my partner Celia and she'd end up going shopping and I'd be sitting in the car. I just couldn't do anything. I couldn't play with the grandchildren. As I said, no social life, and I thought this just can't be right, and the pain's getting worse. So I then decided to ask my GP if he could put me back onto the pain management program, my local one, and that changed my life.
So the Plymouth Pain Management Programme is designed for people with long-term pain difficulties where there is no easy cure for their pain difficulties, to help them engage in their lives both physically and emotionally and get their lives back on track from where it is now. It's a combined physiotherapy and psychology programme working at helping people to get moving again, improving their activity, understanding medications, managing their mood and emotions better, and engaging in values-based activities. We have sessions on teaching people about medications, teaching people about what the medications are useful for, what they're not useful for, the evidence behind their use and difficulties along with side effects, etc. And also we always give people a medication review with a non-medical prescriber as part of the programme. And often people have been taking medications for a long period of time, and the fact that they're still in long-term pain indicates that they're not always as helpful as they think they are. So when people can understand what's happening and also have developed other skills to manage alongside pain, such as exercise, such as mindfulness meditation, it gives them an opportunity to look at their medications and decide if what they're taking is really helping them, and then potentially look at reducing them if that's not the case, with skills that they can put in place as alternatives to medications.
To start with, I thought mindfulness, I don't understand that, but as a skeptic, it works. And as I said, I'm 39 weeks now with taking no opioids, no gabapentin, nothing for the pain whatsoever. The pain hasn't gone away. It's still bad. The way I deal with it now is actually through the mindfulness. As I said, the brain actually knows that you've got pain, but I'm not taking any notice of it. My life's totally changed. For instance, I wouldn't be able to be standing here walking up and down this beautiful area. My whole life has opened up for me again. Oh, I should be out on that water as soon as I can get out on there. do some kayaking, jet skiing, maybe even behind a jet ski at one time, in the distant future, or maybe not so distant future. Looking forward to all of it now, which I wasn't looking forward to anything before. It's fantastic, new life.
Sean's story is brilliant. I've been lucky enough to meet Sean on a few occasions, and he tells such an inspiring story about how there is a different way to be when you are pretty much at rock bottom with very bad symptoms, with high doses of these painkillers on board, and through his belief and determination he has managed to turn his life around. Because he had a moment where he changed his belief, some sort of a light bulb moment, he has then gone up and up and up. And that's certainly been with the help of the pain management program in Plymouth. So they've obviously done a fantastic job. Sean shows us that the benefits and the improvements can be a long-term change. So for prescribers, I think the first thing I want to say regarding, as a prescriber myself, I sympathise with the time constraints and the pressures that we have in consultations. Chronic pain consultations are really challenging, and patient expectations can sometimes be high, and they expect a prescription, and to start the process of changing that can be really difficult. So we totally understand why doctors often reach for the prescription pad. Hopefully that will slowly change, but it will be a slow change. Prescribers need to be responsible in their prescribing and understand the risks that these drugs hold, but I think that that is becoming fairly common knowledge now, and the Faculty of Pain Medicine have put out the 120 milligrams of morphine per day as a what I call a speed limit not to be exceeded. There are plenty of patients above that, and with our deprescribing video you might be able to find ways of reducing that. What resources are out there for you to use? Well, there's very many actually. The Australians have done a lot of fantastic work. What I know best is the work that we've done down here, which is video based. There's one about deprescribing, which is quite thorough. There's one about an opioid trial if you're thinking of trying these medications, and we've got two new ones. One is about alternatives to medications, which is called Well, If I Don't Prescribe, What Do I Do? And that is particularly going through a format for how you can frame your consultations, how to find out what that patient's needs are, and how to find what might be in your locality using whatever social prescribing resources that you have. The other video we're doing is regarding practice-based strategies for finding out your high-dose patients, spotting them, and how to make sure that tragedies don't occur. I think what I really would like to emphasise about all of this is that there's been a lot of bad medicine over the years when it comes to treating chronic pain, and now is an opportunity to perform some really good medicine.